Bangkok, officially known in Thai as Krung Thep Maha Nakhon and colloquially as Krung Thep, is the capital and most populous city of Thailand. The city occupies 1,568.7 square kilometers in the Chao Phraya River delta in central Thailand and has an estimated population of 10.539 million as of 2020, 15.3% of the country's population. Over 14 million people lived within the surrounding Bangkok Metropolitan Region at the 2010 census, making Bangkok an extreme primate city, dwarfing Thailand's other urban centers in both size and importance to the national economy. Bangkok's rapid growth coupled with little urban planning has resulted in a haphazard cityscape and inadequate infrastructure. Despite an extensive expressway network, an inadequate road network and substantial private car usage have led to chronic and crippling traffic congestion, which caused severe air pollution in the 1990s. The city has since turned to public transport in an attempt to solve the problem, operating 8 urban rail lines and building other public transit, but congestion still remains a prevalent issue. Bangkok lacks a single distinct central business district. Instead, the areas of Siam and Ratchaprasong serve as a central shopping district containing many of the bigger malls and commercial areas in the city, as well as Siam Station, the only transfer point between the city's 2 elevated train lines. The Victory Monument in Ratchathewi district is among its most important road junctions, serving over 100 bus lines as well as an elevated train station. From the monument, Phan Yothan and Ratchawithi, Din Da Ang roads respectively run north and east linking to major residential areas. Most of the high-density development areas are within the 113 square kilometer, 44 square miles, area encircled by the Ratchadaphisek Inner Ring Road. Ratchadaphisek is lined with businesses and retail outlets, and office buildings also cluster around Ratchayothan intersection in Chachuchak district to the north. Farther from the city center, most areas are primarily mid or low-density residential. The Thonburi side of the city is less developed, with fewer high-rises. With the exception of a few secondary urban centers, Thonburi, in the same manner as the outlying eastern districts, consists mostly of residential and rural areas. Bangkok's largest parks include the centrally located Lumpini Park and the Chachuchak Queen Sirikit Waikira Benchathot Park Complex in northern Bangkok. More parks are expected to be created through the Green Bangkok 2030 project, which aims to leave the city with 10 square meters, 110 square feet, of green space per person, including 30% of the city having tree cover. Bangkok is the economic center of Thailand, and the heart of the country's investment and development. In 2010, the city had an economic output of 3.142 trillion baht, $98.34 billion, contributing 29.1% of the gross domestic product, GDP. This amounted to a per capita GDP value of 456,911 baht, $14,301, almost 3 times the national average of 160,556 baht, $5,025. The Bangkok Metropolitan Region had a combined output of 4.773 trillion baht, $149.39 billion, or 44.2% of GDP. Bangkok's economy ranked as the 6th among Asian cities in terms of per capita GDP, after Singapore, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe and Seoul. As of 2010, Bangkok is one of the world's top tourist destinations. Of 162 cities worldwide, MasterCard ranked Bangkok as the top destination city by international visitor arrivals in its Global Destination Cities Index 2018, ahead of London, with just over 20 million overnight visitors in 2017. As the main gateway through which visitors arrive in Thailand, Bangkok is visited by the majority of international tourists to the country. Domestic tourism is also prominent. The Department of Tourism recorded 26,861,095 Thai and 11,361,808 foreign visitors to Bangkok in 2010. Lodgings were made by 15,031,244 guests, who occupied 49.9% of the city's 86,687 hotel rooms. Bangkok also topped the list as the world's most popular tourist destinations in 2017 rankings. The culture of Bangkok reflects its position as Thailand's center of wealth and modernization. The city has long been the portal of entry of Western concepts and material goods, which have been adopted and blended with Thai values to various degrees by its residents. This is most evident in the lifestyles of the expanding middle class. Conspicuous consumption serves as a display of economic and social status, and shopping centers are popular weekend hangouts. Ownership of electronics and consumer products such as mobile phones is ubiquitous. This has been accompanied by a degree of secularism, as religion's role in everyday life has rather diminished. Although such trends have spread to other urban centers, and, to a degree, the countryside, Bangkok remains at the forefront of social change. Thank you for staying with us for too long. See you next time with some interesting travel story.